Hello, I'm Scott Voak. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Matters. I'm here with I pretty much call him my erstwhile sidekick, Lance Groth. Seems to be the Lance and Scott show instead of anything else, but that's fine. We've talked about last year.
Yeah.
Because it seems like every time we do a show, something changes.
Yeah.
So we've done, what does the election mean? And now we had another election that matters down in Georgia. That affects things. We went into another lockdown with COVID. We just came out to purple. For those of you wondering, we're filming this just after the inauguration.
Yeah.
So California's just gone purple, which means come February 1st, when we're off our January dry, we can go to those bars. They should be open if they're still in business. But let's go back and revisit, what does all this mean for real estate, and especially on the investment side? On the residential side, I'm seeing lower inventory than we had even in December.
Yeah.
We're looking at 2,500 homes this morning on the market in San Diego.
Yeah.
3,500 in escrow. That's unheard of. That's less than a month of inventory. Everything's going with multiple offers. Houses that shouldn't sell are selling.
Well, think about the whole point that you just made. So many things has happened since we last spoke. The elections, then the Georgia elections, then we're back in purple and we're changing here.
Yeah.
There is so much instability in the market. It gives investors pause to sell, hence the inventory issue. I have many clients that give me a call that say, hey, Lance, I know I'd get a great price right now, but I'm just not sure what's going to happen next.
Right.
So I'm not going to make this dramatic move of selling this entire asset, moving to an entire state or entire location, grabbing a whole new building without having some level of certainty. So that's playing a major role in investors being a little hesitant to let go of their assets.
Okay. What are you seeing with the people who are moving? Is it still, who are selling? Is it still because of a migration?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
And I won't say just because of the migration. It's a little bit because of the fact that things are just different in terms of, like we always talk about, the forced test that we've been placed into seeing working from home.
Right.
People are, that's a whole new thing where people are like, hey, this works. And now people are, because of so many changes on a political level and the politics differ state to state, people are making adjustments based on that. So they're saying, I don't like this here, let me go, especially California. A lot of people don't like some of the rules that's going on in California, especially given the fact that we have to pay such high taxes to contribute to some of those, public utilities.
So what I'm seeing is very similar. I have obviously connections in different states.
Yeah.
And for example, I've got a gal up in Tahoe, and she's like, it's insane. I have nothing under $700,000, period.
Yeah.
Because people are coming up. Now, she said it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Because Tahoe, for those of you who don't know, Lake Tahoe is split.
Yeah.
The state line runs right through the middle of the lake.
I learned that. I recently went up there.
It runs right through the middle of the lake, North Shore, South Shore. North Shore,
Yeah.
Nevada,
Yeah.
that's where people are going. Because you got lower taxes, you got less BS to put up with. She's like, you can't buy anything, forget it. I've got people in my own office. Okay, a real estate license works in the state you're in.
Yeah.
They're moving out of state. I got
Yeah.
one gal going to Tennessee. She's like, we're going to rent, and we're going to buy 30 acres, and we're just done.
Here's one big thing that pops out, though, because we always talk about how people move from state to state, but people aren't taking into account. There's just also a change in the type of assets people are acquiring. For instance, places like Tahoe, I recently visited because I wanted to get away from the city. I also go to Big Bear because I want to get away from the city.
Okay.
The rural areas like Big Bear and Tahoe and those getaway places that aren't heavily populated like metropolitan areas are seeing a ridiculous influx of people.
Increase.
Big Bear right now, everything is above asking price. Tahoe above asking price because of the fact, when you have places like LA and the people are just literally confined, they want to get away to something more, less restrictive.
Well, and I think what we're also seeing, in general, we're seeing a move for people want more land.
Yeah.
So properties that literally a year and a half ago, the high-end properties, take Rancho Santa Fe, a Live in Hain, East Poway, 2-3 acres. People are like, I don't want, the big thing was the environmental footprint.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend that much water. I don't want that much electricity. I don't want that much responsibility. I want to be walking distance to everything.
Yeah.
wow, COVID changed that. I don't want shared walls. I don't want to share an elevator. I don't want to share anything.
That's a big change from the past, because remember, the millennials were just they were dominating the market in terms of going to these downtown areas where they wanted everything around the gym, the park, everything in one central location.
Yeah.
COVID is changing that.
I've got a couple people that I sold their houses in the suburbs. They wanted to try downtown living. They're like, I'm talking to them, how was it? They're like, we don't know. We've been down here a year. We can't go to restaurants. We can't use the gym. We're in a great place. We can't use the gym. We can't use anything.
That is so right.
So it's been a change.
To say the least.
Yes. So because we put out a couple scenarios of what we thought would happen, and those are all completely wrong by now.
Yeah.
2 months later, everything's going different ways. What are you seeing? One of the things I turn to you is what's going on in the investment world. One of the big concerns was at the state level, the Democrats had wanted to take aim at the 1031 exchange. The concern was that may happen at the federal level.
Yeah.
What are you hearing? I know you were on the phone as we walked in. What are you hearing?
Well, the biggest thing I'm hearing is simple. The current administration has their hands full with more pressing issues. To put it simply, they're taking on COVID in terms of the distribution of the vaccination, which is priority. They haven't even really started going to war over the economic stimulus package to hand out to business owners, to just the population in general. And now they're even putting on the calendar handling, social justice issues such as race issues that we faced in the past. So as it comes in terms of priority, the exact words I'm getting from the FEA, to which they sit down constantly, not just with lobbyists, but the people that are actually making the administrative policies, they're saying this is not a priority right now. Yes, the Democratic Party has traditionally been the one to kind of target 1031s, but right now they're like, listen, this is not a priority.
They're seeing an opportunity to do a whole lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So this is kind of, we'll revisit it in 6 months and maybe it'll be there.
I may still have a job for a year, so I'm pretty excited.
Okay, so that said, that we're not worried where people have to rush into a sale, because the whole reason for the 1031 is if 1031s were going to go away, we wanted to take advantage of them today.
Yeah.
We wanted the tax break, get into where you want your investment parked long term. Since that's not an impetus or a driver, what is driving are we still just looking at migration being the driver for the investment people? They've moved to Kansas, so they want their investments in Kansas?
No, the main thing is value.
Okay.
Like you have real estate agents and brokers doing a really good job of contacting these people. You've got to remember, people are at home. They are there.
Yeah, they'll answer their phones once
They
in a while.
will answer the phones. If they don't answer the phones, you're like, why are you ignoring me? But people are home, and agents and brokers are doing a really good job of contacting people and making them conscious of the fact, hey, I know you probably thought your house was valued at $800,000, but it's probably valued at $1 million plus. And then when they actually get the listing and they go to the market, then they get above asking what the million that they told the client. So that news is spreading around fast.
And that's definitely happening. Where the dampers are coming off. So the people who are in the catbird seat right now are leaving the state, or they're moving to a less dense area where they have a shot. Yeah. Because I have a lot of people listed, ready to go. We can't find a place. Yeah. We will sell as soon as we buy another one, but like you say, 8, 10, 12 offers, over asking price, cash, waiving inspections. It's nuts. When a buyer calls, we kind of sit them down and we're like, hey, okay, you're qualified for $900,000. So we're going to look up to $800,000. They're like, well, why? I want a $900,000 because you have to be the bully. Yeah. Can you hang around for one more segment? Yep. Because I've got some investment ideas just around that. I want to kind of run them by you.
Run it.
All right. All right, thank you very much for watching. I'm Scott Voak. This has been Real Estate Matters. Be sure to watch our next episode. Lance and I are going to talk about some investment opportunities that we think might be coming around the corner. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and make it a great week.